We must and we will shrink our government. And that means making some tough choices. It means making do with the resources we have, and it means charting the course to reform now so that our spending will be more effective in the future. So today, I am implementing over $1 billion in reductions and reforms to programs that we simply cannot afford in the current economic environment in our current fiscal state. For example, the state cannot continue to subsidize New Jersey Transit to the extent it does, so I am cutting that subsidy. New Jersey Transit will have to improve the efficiency of its operations, revisit its rich union contracts, end the patronage hiring that has typified its past, and may also have to consider service reductions or fare increases. But that system needs to be made more efficient and effective. The state cannot this year spend another $100 million contributing to a pension system that is desperately in need of reform. I am encouraged by the bipartisan bills filed in the Senate this week to begin pension and benefit reform. I commend Senate President Sweeney and Senator Kaine for leading the way to begin this long overdue set of reforms. And I am sure our Assembly colleagues will follow suit with the same kind of bipartisan effort. These bills must just mark the beginning, not the end, of our conversation and actions on pension and benefit reform. Because make no mistake about it, pensions and benefits are the major driver of our spending increases at all levels of government, state, county, municipal, and school board. Also, don't believe our citizens don't know it and are demanding, finally, that their government take real action and meaningful reform. The special interests have already begun to scream their favorite word, which coincidentally is my 9-year-old son Patrick's favorite word, when we're trying to make him do something he knows is right, but he doesn't want to do. Unfair. I'm going to be in big trouble for that later. Now, let's tell our citizens the truth today, right now, about what failing to do strong reform costs them. Here are a few examples. One state retiree, 49 years old, paid over the course of his entire career a total of $124,000 towards his retirement pension and health benefits. What will we pay him? $3.3 million in pension payments over his life, and nearly $500,000 for health care benefits. A total of $3.8 million on a $124,000 investment. Is that fair? A retired teacher paid $62,000 towards her pension and nothing, yes, nothing, for full family medical, dental, and vision coverage over her entire career. What will we pay her? $1.4 million in pension benefits over her lifetime and another $215,000 in health care benefit premiums over her life. Is it fair for all of us and our children to have to pay for that excess? The total unfunded pension and medical benefit costs are $90 billion. We would have to pay $7 billion per year just to make them current out of current revenues. We don't have that money. You know it, and I know it. That's what's been done to our citizens. We need to offer a pension system that we can afford. And we can no longer offer health benefits that are 41% more expensive than the average Fortune 500 company's cost. That is truly the unfair part of this equation.
Have you seen all these billboards? We're learning who's behind them. They've been popping up all over Atlanta. Now we know it's small business owners who have a big problem, apparently, with the president. They're trying to raise money to take them nationwide Tommy Newberry is spokesman for the Billboards Against Obama. Very good to have you, Mr. Newberry. Why are you doing this?
Well, we want to make our voice heard, and small business owners, entrepreneurs, those who are big taxpayers in this country, their voices aren't really being heard or heeded by the administration. And frankly, I'm just here representing a group of small business owners that are ready to take off the gloves and stand up and speak out. It's sort of long overdue, but this billboard concept is a way to reach the American people directly without the filter of typical media.
All right, so you did this deliberately not identifying who it was coming from. That would come later, I guess, but this was all strategized?
Well, not really. It came together organically. We had no idea that we would be getting a donation a minute, but in the last 3 days, that's what has happened. And these small business owners simply thought, let's try something. We're tired of being on the sidelines. We want to get into the game and make our voice heard, but how do we do it? We don't want to wait till November. Most of them are not the type of people that are excited about or have time to participate with the Tea Party movements and so forth, but they want to use their creativity and their ingenuity. In this case, I think, using their free market skills to help slow the slide into socialism, and it's been much bigger than expected. We're overloaded right now, having to work around the clock to handle the capacity of not only the donations but the visitors to the site.
All right, so people get to the site and they can make a donation, because some of these billboards, they don't come cheap, $3,000, $4,000 a month, especially the digital ones, right? And how many billboards are we talking about?
Well, we're talking about 7 or 8 that have been deployed right now, and we're working with vendors across the country. In fact, we're looking for more vendors right now to put up the messages. First, we want to, agitate people, and then we want to educate them, and then we want to motivate them to be part of the process. And we've gotten donations from as little as $1 or $2 to $500, $600, and in a couple of cases, $2,000 or $3,000. And it seems to be growing even as I was on my way to the studio here.
All right, but quickly, when the administration says small business, medium-sized business guys are actually going to come out ahead on the health care thing, well, judging on those billboards, you're not buying it.
No, it doesn't seem that way. I don't think anybody that's out in the field, anybody that's ever run a business before, Neil, I don't think anybody buys that at all.
All right, Tommy Newberry, thank you very much. Atlanta, Georgia.